What's going on, folks? My name is LB the Realist with Surrealistic Studios, Surreal News, where the real is surreal. Thank you for joining me on this segment. You already know what to do, folks. Hit that like button, comment, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, wherever it is, wherever it decides to be. And we'll go ahead and jump into the story right here. This is going to be from People. We're just going to take it from people.com. Could Alec Baldwin be charged over the Rust shooting? Legal expert weighs in. A legal expert tells People whether Alec Baldwin could face criminal or civil charges following the death of cinematographer Helena Hutchins. Is it Helena? 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 I think it's Helena. Helena Hutchins. All right, let's say that it's Helena. Okay. So, following the death of cinematographer Helena Hutchins after she was accidentally shot by Alec Baldwin on the set of his film Rust, many are wondering, could he face charges over her death? That was crazy when I heard about that. The only other time that I've heard of this kind of situation happening was Bruce Lee's son, right? Brandon Lee was his name, and he was on the set of, was it The Crow? Wasn't he The Crow? And it was supposed to be a prop gun, or they were supposed to be shooting blanks, and it was a loaded gun. It was a hot gun, and he was killed. So that's the only other time I've heard of a situation like this. You would think that they would have, something in place, a plan in place for these kind of things to happen, or so they don't happen rather. So I don't know. I just thought that was weird. But let's go ahead and continue with the article here. David Ring, a Los Angeles trial attorney, gives his opinion to People. Based on what we know now, it doesn't seem like Alec Baldwin is the focus of any criminal case because he was handed a gun. He was handed a gun and he was told that it was a cold gun, meaning that someone had looked at it and found that there was no ammunition in it. Ring says of the Thursday incident where Baldwin, 63 years old, shot a prop gun while rehearsing a scene, killing Hutchins. And I think he has the right to rely upon that, to assume that it also is cold. Baldwin was told the gun was cold, meaning there was no live round in it, by Assistant Director Dave Halls before Halls handed the prop firearm to Baldwin, according to a search warrant affidavit from the Santa Fe Sheriff's Office. Halls has not commented publicly on the situation. Ring adds he doesn't think Baldwin will have criminal culpability in the actual shooting of Hutchins, but that the actor could face criminal charges for his role as one of the producers of the film. A day after the shooting, a production source told People that crew members working on the movie didn't feel safe on set in New Mexico. There's certainly a chance that the authorities say this was such a dangerous operation that whoever's in charge, including the producer, are somehow criminally liable, Ring says, although he adds that's a much more difficult case to prove. We're talking about intent. Albuquerque criminal defense attorney Erlinda Johnson tells People involuntary manslaughter charges could potentially be brought, including against Baldwin. Whoever handles the firearm has a duty to check it for any live rounds, says Johnson. Beyond criminal liability, she adds, there's a lot of civil liability here. It's going to be a nightmare for people involved with the movie. With further regard to civil liability, Ring says there's no doubt Baldwin will be named in a wrongful death lawsuit if filed by Hutchins's family. He's absolutely going to get named in any wrongful death lawsuit. You just have to show that there was negligence that led to the shooting, and it's a much lower standard than a criminal case, he says. Obviously, there's negligence in this case, and it just depends on who was negligent. But ultimately, the production company's in charge. It happened on their watch. Ring adds, anyone who should have been in charge is going to get named in a wrongful death lawsuit. Baldwin first spoke out regarding the incident on Friday morning, writing on Twitter, there are no words to convey my shock and sadness regarding the tragic accident that took the life of Helena Hutchins, a wife, mother, and deeply admired colleague of ours. I'm fully cooperating with the police investigation to address how this tragedy occurred, and I'm in touch with her husband, offering my support to him and his family, he continued. My heart is broken for her husband, their son, and all who knew and loved Helena. The Rust film set has been shut down and production indefinitely paused following Hutchinson's death, according to the production company, Rust Movie Productions, LLC. In an email to the film's crew obtained by People, the Rush production team said, "We're conducting an internal review of safety protocols. As with any ongoing investigation, we're limited in our ability to say anything further publicly or privately and ask for your patience in that regards." Again, this is going to be from People. So if you guys want to check it out, you are more than welcome to do so. I'll leave it down below. So these are my thoughts. When I first heard the situation, my initial thought was, well, who handed him the gun? Whoever handed him the gun was liable. Whoever said that, hey, this gun is the appropriate gun to use, here you go, use it. You know, I think that most of the focus should be on that person, whoever was responsible. But of course, the whole production is going to be responsible, right? Whoever was in charge is going to be responsible because it happened on their watch. Absolutely, absolutely. But, you know, the focus should absolutely be on the person whose job it was to make sure that that kind of stuff did not happen. Whenever you're using real guns and live ammunition, and they were using live ammunitions just right before the set. You know, so whoever was in charge of making sure that that kind of thing never happened completely failed. Completely failed. You know, some people are saying that Alec Baldwin is at blame. And I don't know if I agree with that, because he's an actor. You know, as an actor, you're not a gun expert. Maybe he should be. Maybe there's an argument to be made that, you know, safety protocol or better safety standards in regards to handling weapons should be talked about or should be, you know, explored. But he's an actor. You know, if somebody told him, hey, this gun is the gun you're going to use, you're going to shoot this gun and boom. You know, I just don't think that the blame should be put on Alec Baldwin. It must be horrible, you know, horrible for Eynelys' family and her friends because she's gone, but also horrible for Alec Baldwin because he's responsible for this. You know, even though the liability should be on somebody else, he is the one who actually shot the gun. So he's the cause of somebody's death. You know, and that's got to be weighing heavy on his heart. That's got to be real tough to deal with, you know. So that really sucks. This whole situation really sucks. It should have never have happened in the first place. Like I said, there should have been better safety protocols in the beginning from jump. This kind of thing has happened before with Brandon Lee, and I don't know whoever else it happened to. I'm not sure if I'm missing anybody, but I know that that's the one that sticks out to me is Brandon Lee, Bruce Lee's son. So this kind of thing should have never happened in the first place. Whoever handed him the cold gun messed up. They effed up. They effed up. They didn't check the gun because they were rushing or because, I don't know. I don't want to start speculating on stuff. You know, this is an open investigation. This article was actually on the 26th of this month. So, you know, it's a couple days old here. Leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. If there was anything that I missed, anything that you would like to add to this story, please do so in the comment section below. I think it's a tragedy. I think it's absolutely just devastating. You know, it should never have happened in the first place. With all that being said, folks, love, peace, and light. Until next time, be calm, rewind, take care of yourselves out there, be safe, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. All right, I'm out.